Okay, hello, my name is Amelia. In this video, I'm going to go through what is called the WordPress navigation menu just here. So these little tabs you have over the side here. In the last video, I went through this dashboard area where we could do some configuration on what we see here and what particular little elements are on the page there. So the navigation on the left-hand side, now this is where you can configure, edit and update your WordPress site, and as you can see there's quite a number of options there. So we'll have a quick look at what everything does. Now as you hover over each menu tab there, you'll see this little what's called a flyout menu. So you can then hover over these and click on them, and they just relate to particular areas within that tab. So if we now clicked on, say for instance we clicked on post, you would see that dashboard has now closed all those options that are underneath it, and the options for the posts now appear underneath it. Okay, and now the dashboard has a flyout menu, so every time it goes a dark color here, it means that you're in that particular tab within your navigation there. So let's have a look at what everything means. So firstly, we'll go through the dashboard, and of course we've gone through the layout, etc. So that's the home link there. We've also got the updates here, and you'll see that we've got this one with a circle there. So that means that you've got something to update. So let's have a quick look in there. And the update is just letting you know that we've got a plugin to update, and it can have themes to update as well. And if there's a new version of WordPress, which there will be very soon, you'll have the opportunity to update your WordPress version as well. For the posts is where we can create new content for our site. We can also add categories and tags, which is a further way to describe your content and group posts together. By default, WordPress has a Hello World post. If we have a look there, we've got the Hello World post, and it's got this default category of uncategorized. And these are little things that you can change along the way. Not going to go through that right now, but just letting you know that that's there. Next thing we've got underneath is the media, and the media is where you upload all your images, documents and other kinds of files. You can browse through the library and edit any items that are already uploaded, or just go ahead and add new ones. So that's where all your images, etc. would be listed, and you would have the opportunity to edit them, etc., etc. Underneath that, we've got the pages, and pages is where you can create and maintain obviously all your static pages. By default, WordPress has a sample page installed there for you, so you've got that sample page there, which you can click and have a view. You can always edit this to be something else. You can delete it. It's totally up to you. Underneath those, we have the comments there, and the comments is where you can obviously manage all the comments on your site. So you can actually reply to comments. You can trigger spam, so you can label this as spam. You can delete it if you want to. This is an approved comment, by the way, so if it's a comment that hasn't been approved yet, this would say approve rather than unapprove, or you can do a quick edit of the actual comment itself. Okay. Underneath that, we have appearance, and this is where you can control how your site looks. So as you see there, you can add a theme, you can add widgets, you can create some custom menus, and then you've got some theme specific things that you can do, such as adding a header, adding in a background, and you've got this one at the bottom, which is the theme editor. Now if you are brand new to WordPress, brand new to computer code, or you're not even comfortable with computer code, probably best that you don't worry about the editor area too much. If you make any mistakes in here, this is where you can actually edit some of the core files, and if you're not sure what you're doing and you make a mistake, you could lose your site. So make sure you don't do anything in here unless you know what you're doing. Okay, so if you go to a website and they give you a snippet of code and you go and add it in, please make sure you know what you're doing before you go and add it in, because it can be an absolute headache once you add the code in and your site goes all burko. Okay. Underneath that, we have plugins. Now, plugins is where you can add extra functionality to your site. So things like, a like button, a calendar, a contact form, a YouTube playlist, things like that, they're added via plugins. So they don't come default with WordPress. You need to add those in for you to be able to use those kinds of features. So you can install a plugin, you can add a new plugin. So if you've got any plugins that you want to add, you can search through the WordPress repository, you can upload a premium plugin, and of course we've got an editor there. And again, I just want to reiterate that if you are not familiar with computer code, probably best to stay out of the editor area Even if you're given the snippet of code and they'd say, "I'll just copy and paste that in," really, if you don't know what you're doing, please don't, okay? Because like I said, it'll be more trouble than it's worth. Underneath that, we've got the users, and this is an area where you can view all the users on your site. So if you're going to have multiple users on your site, you would go ahead and have a look in this area and it would show it listed. At the moment, we've just got us, so that's all just a company of one, which is fantastic. And you can assign various roles. So when we add a new user, you can add different roles, and I'm not going to go into all that right now, but yeah, you can do that. And we've also got the your profile, and this is where we would go and edit our profile, and I'll be going through that in a couple of videos time. Next thing we've got is the tools area, and this is just a couple of cute little tools that you can use on your site. You've also got the ability to import and export as well, so it's just going to load the page there. We've got this press this, and this is a bookmarklet, so if you had your bookmarks there, you could go ahead and add that into your bookmark there. And we've got this categories and tags converter, so I'm not going to go through that just yet. We've got the import and export as well, so if you've got a site that you're currently, if you've got an XML file and you want to the XML will be contained with like posts and other content. You can import it into WordPress. So if we do an import, go and import there, you've got a lot of options there we can import things from, okay? And we've got the export as well. So if you're looking at taking your content and placing it elsewhere, you can then, or making it even a backup of your site, if you want to do that manually, you can then come to this export file area and download your content into a little XML file. Last thing we've got is the settings there, and the settings is where you can configure your site. So you can configure your site name, the URL, where your posts appear, where the comments are available, timestamps of your comments, and other kinds of different things. So we've got things like reading and discussion, the permalinks, and we'll go through a couple of these as we go along. And by default, HostGator add this WP Super Cache plugin in. So if you've gone with another web hosting provider and you don't see that, it's totally okay. It's something that HostGator adds by default. Okay. Now underneath that, we've got this collapse menu. So if you actually click on this, it's actually going to turn the words into little icons there. You'll still see the flyout menu there. Okay, so you still be able to go in and have a look at everything. To make them visible again, just click on the arrow and we're all done. Okay, all right, so that is the navigation area. So in the next video, I'm just going to take a quick look at this toolbar as well to let you know what a couple of things are in this toolbar. And yeah, I will see you in the very next video. Okay, bye.